Myles, how tough is it to have another huge game that winds up being a loss?
Just try to think about the things I could have done. Not gonna put it on anything other than myself. First thing I do is look in the mirror. I got four, no ops on, no Lamar. Didn't get the ball out. Got a hit on Henry. Right as soon as he got the handoff, I gotta make bigger plays.
Very good.
That sneak from Andrews that winds up winning the game. I know that you expect him to go up the middle. Is that just you got to sell out on that play, or you just need to be more disciplined as a group there and not let him do that?
I mean, I'm not certain as to who has them in that moment. I know that we all committed on the sneak, and the well executed play by them, and I'm not gonna point the finger at anybody. I don't know whose responsibility that was, but they had a good call for what we're in.
Myles, I'm sure you would probably give back the 4 sacks just the way you would have given back the 5 sacks if you guys could have gotten this victory. Is that right?
I mean, it's a blessing to have the opportunity to have 5, 4, however many it is. So I'm just grateful for that. Those guys were rushing their behinds off, and we always talk about 4 rushers equaling 1. And I think we had a great day rushing passer, and we all want some plays back.
Myles, I know you said that. Last week you said, whatever Kim is doing with the offense quarterback, you leave them to do that. You take care of the defense. But when you see Shedeur kind of making his debut and kind of like a high leverage moment like that, do you say anything to him maybe during the break, or do you say anything to him after the game?
For sure. I mean, just tell him to keep his head up. I know there was one drive in which he kind of walked off, and I saw him. He was putting his head down. I know he was kind of thinking about. I know he wants to make the play. He wants to have that game changing drive because he feels like he has that ability, and we've seen it. So don't be discouraged from one drive or 2 drives. It's a good football team over there. So just trying to keep him to keep his confidence high, and keep on chasing that standard which he set. And we're going to continue to support him. He spoke after the game, and he wanted to pin it on himself and his performance, but we're not going to allow him to do that. It's a team game, so we're all in this together.
Said he addressed the entire team in the locker room after the game.
Man, you said you wonder what more you could have done, but is there anything specific? I mean, you basically dominated, especially that first game.
Get the ball out. I mean, forced fumbles, definitely changed the game, and I know they're doing their best to protect that. I got to be even more violent trying to take it away. I feel like there was opportunities in which we lost contain, and we could have had even more sacks, whether from me or from other guys, and that's just discipline on our part and things we can learn from. And they're a good team.
Myles, you mentioned you got a hit on Henry. Was that on the long run, or just a different play you're talking about?
There's TFL in the red zone. Yeah.
Myles, we haven't seen this ourselves, but we've heard a lot about the progress that Shedeur has been making, like when he runs the scout team against you guys. Have you seen some really nice progress in him over these past couple months that we've been not there? And if so, do you feel pretty confident about, going forward if he gets in there with a game plan, designed for him and everything?
It's not my position or my role to evaluate how he's doing. No, he's there to run an offense that's not ours. So I'm not going to say whether he's doing good or bad. He's doing what he's supposed to, and he doesn't complain. He doesn't bitch and moan about it. He just goes out there and does his job, and then he goes on and gets extra work.
Devin
get that pick 6, and then also Carson have that interception. We talk about the importance of those takeaways. How have you just kind of continue to see those build, and then those 2 plays having an importance in this game?
I mean, first and foremost, those guys are playing at an outstanding level right now. Carson, especially as a rookie, he's the guy for defensive rookie of the year. I don't think there's anyone ahead of him currently, and D. Bush is having an absolute resurgence. I'm feeling more comfortable in this game and playing with his hair on fire. So those guys are taking the ball away. That kind of eluded D. Bush. at the beginning of the season, and now he's really starting to put it all together. And no, they're really playing off each other. So I'm gonna be proud of how they're playing in the secondary in general. I think the defense looks good. There will always be some plays in which we can be a little bit sharper, we can execute better. But that was a solid performance. But the standards got to be even higher.
You guys did so well against Henry in that first matchup. Did they do things differently schematically? I mean, you had obviously a better day with that 1-1 run.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give up any explosives, and I mean that one was the majority of the work that he did. But I mean, guy's a Hall of Famer. He's gonna get one, and you try to just limit the damage. And they stuck with the run. Giving him the rod, getting downhill, and just getting movement. Trying to keep him from shuffling or stopping his feet. And they were able to create a nice gap with the wham trap play. And so kudos to them. That was well executed.
Thanks, Myles.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell y'all this right here, and then I gotta get off. Myles Garrett, a real leader, and for Shedeur to get up there and address the team about the game that he got thrust into with no first team reps, with no chemistry with them receivers, with no game plan behind it, and to try to fight and even had the chance to tie the game up and potentially probably win the game. And him going up there and taking it and owning it and saying it's my fault, that ought to tell you what type person he is and what type quarterback he is. Because we ain't hear them talk about Dylan Gabriel did that. Dylan Gabriel spoke to the team and he was taking the blame. Because normally it's the coach. And we see, Kevin, we got to do better. It's my fault. We got to do better. But the quarterback, a rookie, that got thrust into it in the second half with no first team routes, not even a snap in practice with the first team. Come on now. Come on now. Then Myles, like I said, they tell you he a true leader by saying that no, it just ain't on you. Because if Myles went behind Shedeur and liked Shedeur like that, he would just let him say it all that and just took all the blame. But for him to step up and say, nah, this on all of us, that make Myles a good leader. And I told y'all, as Myles Garrett say, the Browns gonna do. The Browns gonna do. Man, look, Dylan had got a concussion the other game when his head snapped back and hit the ground. Now, he got hit and fell face forward. Now, all of a sudden, he got a concussion. No, he got a concussion 3 weeks ago. He got a concussion 3 weeks ago.
My savage money man in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should I already know my name when I speak that CC flame. Got my YouTube popping, man. Like, subscribing, everything in between. You already know. Money man. You already know.